We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Welcome in, everybody. You're watching Stompers Baseball right here on KSVY in Sonoma. Happy good evening to you. Forrest Hunt here. A gorgeous Thursday night here in Sonoma on the 20th of June. For right-hander Connor Arnold on the mound for the Stompers tonight. And here's a lineup he'll face for the Salina Stockade, who come in at 4-10 overall. 6.5 games back of the Stompers. And here's a lineup presented by manager Chuck Rocker. Leading off in right field for Salina is going to be Justin Bird. Omar Artson will hit second and play second for the Stockade tonight. Luis Martini bats third. He'll play shortstop. Jacob Wooler is the DH for the Stockade. He'll hit cleanup. He'll be followed by the third baseman Zane Gelfman hitting fifth. Cosimo Canella bats sixth and plays first base. Eric Kozak will hit sixth tonight and do the catching for the Stockade, followed by Cody Bishop hitting eighth and in left field. And then Chuck Rocker, player manager, will bat ninth and play center field against right-hander Connor Arnold, 6'2", 205-pounder from Palmdale, California. His first season in professional baseball, his first year with the Stompers. Played collegiately at Cal State University San Bernardino down in SoCal, where he went 9-5 with a 4.14 ERA. And so far this season, Connor Arnold is off to a pretty good start. This is his third start of the year. He's 2-0 with a 2.45 ERA. He's allowed 4 runs, 3 earned on 8 hits in 11 innings pitched. He struck out 14 and walked only 3. So for the right-hander, for the Stompers team coming in, haven't lost the game in a week. The Stompers haven't. 6-2 here at home, 10-3 overall coming in after starting the year 3-2. Starting the year 3-3. The Stompers have won 7 straight and trying to keep that going here tonight in the all-white homes. Connor Arnold towing the rubber, works out of the windup in his first pitch to Justin Bird, and we're off as Bird fouls it away. First pitch, 6:05, right on time. 75 degrees here at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Connor Arnold, the right-hander. In only his third start of the season, he's earned a win in each of the first 2. He delivers a two-seam fastball that catches the outside corner, and quickly it's 0-2. Fastball, slider, changeup for Connor Arnold, and he has no problem relying on the slider in strikeout situations or a situation where he needs a big pitch as he delivers a changeup outside here to Bird. Justin Bird, the right fielder, hitting .229, 3 home runs, 8 batted in. And a night where a little cooler that we're used to seeing as of late, as Arnold delivers the 1-2 pitch. Inches off the outside corner, says Andrew Rosario, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he hit the glove of Daniel Molinari, who does the catching tonight, right on the outside black. Rosario says no. Here's the 2-2 from Arnold. That's a breaking ball in the dirt, and the count is full on Justin Bird. The Stockade, who the last time they visited the Stompers here at Arnold Field, we had a marathon. Here is the payoff pitch from Arnold to Bird. That's popped out of play down the left field side, and the count remains full. Arnold's last start was against San Rafael here last week. 6 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, 6 hits, struck out 5, walked 1, and he earned the win. A game in which the Stompers won a 12-11. Here's the 3-2. That's rolled on the ground right side. Quitzer has it. He'll hold up the hand to call off Arnold, run over, tag first, and that's how we get started. Quitzer takes care of Bird unassisted for the first out of the ball game, and that brings up Omar Artson. Artson, 236 hitter. He's driven in 11 and has not hit a home run yet this year. Here's the first pitch from Connor Arnold that skips in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Defensively for the Stompers tonight behind Arnold, it's DeAngelis in left, Hubbard in center, Williams in right. Barfield over at third, Barrios at short, Kern back at second base with Quitzer at first. The infield from left to right, and Daniel Molinari does the catching. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Artson. He rolls it softly on the ground, left side, backhanding in the hole. Barrios bobbles for a moment, throws, and Quitzer digs it out of the dirt. And tumbling across first base is Omar Artson, as he now gets up off the dirt and is brushed off by the Salina first base coach. So quickly 2 away for Connor Arnold, and here's Luis Martini, the shortstop. It was a decently hit ground ball to short to Barrios, who backhanded in the hole. And right as he brought the ball out of the glove, he lost the handle on it for just half a second, then caught it back in midair before firing across. Probably the reason that the ball was a little low to Quitzer, as the first pitch to Martini is in for a called strike on the inside corner. And Quitzer, who during batting practice today was over at first base, as he is every day. Arnold fires the 0-1 pitch. That's drilled to center field. Back on it goes Hubbard. He looks up, and it is gone. Solo home run for Luis Martini, his 3rd of the year. Salina on the board first, 1-0. So back to our little story about Chris Quitzer, as that seems a little more what everybody's looking for right now after Luis Martini goes deep. He was working on picks in the dirt over at first base during BP today, and getting a lot of grief from his teammates when he wasn't able to pick a lot of them out of the dirt. Quitzer, who's a very good first baseman. Here's Wooler, the designated hitter. He takes a fastball in the dirt for ball 1. So 1-0 Stockade on the Luis Martini solo shot to left center field. His 3rd home run and 7th RBI of the season. Connor Arnold working out of the windup from the first base side of the rubber, deals on 1-0, and that is swung on and missed. Ball and a strike on the designated hitter, Jacob Wooler, who bats from the left side. Hubbard in center, way over toward the right center gap. With the wind blowing across from right to left, here's the 1-1 pitch from Arnold. That's chopped on the ground to short on 2 high hoppers, Barrios fields. He'll throw across, and that ends the top of the first. Stockade get a run on the Luis Martini solo shot to left center.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
starting at pitcher for the Salina Stockade, number 30.
Bottom of the first inning here in Sonoma. Stompers trail at 1-0 after the Luis Martini solo home run in the top half of the first. Stompers will face right-hander Cole Langdon tonight. His 5th appearance of the year. Just the second game he started this year. He has a 14.14 ERA. That rolls off the tongue easily. He's allowed 15 runs, 11 earned in 7 innings while striking out 7, walking 8, and allowing 14 hits in those 7 innings. Here's a lineup for Zach Pace presented by Sotheby's International Realty. DH Nick Gatta will lead things off, followed by the shortstop Pedro Barrios. Rob DeAngelo hits third and plays left, with Dondre Hubbard, the cleanup man, in center. Chris Quitzer will play first base tonight and hit 5th. Miles Williams, his baseball card giveaway night, he'll play right field and hit 6th. Jacob Barfield's over at third, he'll bat 7th, followed by the catcher Daniel Molinari in the 8th spot. And then Nick Kern, rounding out the lineup, batting 9th and playing second base. The right-hander deals first pitch to Nick Gatta. That misses off the outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Stompers, who lead the league in almost every category when you're talking about pitching or hitting. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gatta. That's down low for ball 2. First in the league in batting average and on-base percentage and home runs offensively for the Stompers. Here's the 2-0 to Gatta. He takes on the outside corner of the fastball. 2-1. Gatta, who leads the league in some categories himself, walks 21 of them. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He fouls it straight back.
Danger, Will Robinson.
2-2 the count on Nick Gatta, who led the league in batting average for the longest time the first 2 weeks of the season. Now third in that category, batting .400 even. Cole Langdon, the right-hander, kicks. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Gatta takes inside. The count is full. So now Nick Gatta staring at his potential 22nd walk of the season. Here's the payoff pitch. That's outside. And Nick Gatta leads off the bottom of the first inning with a walk. 22nd walk of the season issued to Nick Gatta. Here's the shortstop Pedro Barrios, who wears the socks up tonight, the solid blue underneath. And one of the few Stompers that does pull the pants up. By the pants, I mean the bottoms of the pants. Pull them up to the knee. It's an old school look. With Kern at first and nobody out, Barrios takes a fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes on Barrios, who's hitting .313 after a week with the club. He does have a home run. It came here at Arnold Field to straightaway right. It's a 3-run shot. Langdon throws on 1-0, and it's high. 2 balls and no strikes on Barrios with Gatta at first. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Stompers trail 1-0 after the solo home run by Luis Martini, the shortstop for the Stockade, who's pitching up the middle with Omar Artson. The 2-0 pitch is right down the middle, taken by Barrios. It's 2-1. Cole Langdon, in his 5th appearance, only his 2nd start, emergency start for Chuck Rocker tonight, potentially. Turning the throw over to first, had Gatta leaning, but the throw was not very strong. It was just flicked over there by Cole Langdon, so it gave Gatta enough time to get back with a head-first dive. Still 2-1 on Pedro Barrios, with Langdon set at the chest. He throws, and that's outside. 3 balls and a strike on Barrios with Rob DeAngelis on deck. Slight wind here tonight. It may be a chilly one here tonight, which means the ball won't fly as well as we've seen in the past, well, since the season started, really, as the 3-1 pitch is on the outside corner, says Rosario, and it's 3-2. Andrew Rosario calls balls and strikes tonight with Gary Reichelmeyer in the field. Your Pacific Association umpiring crew. Here's the payoff pitch. There goes Gatta. That's drilled to center. Rocker going back. Now coming in on it, and he makes the catch. No, he dropped it. Gatto will have to turn around and head back to second base. The throw in is not in time. That'll be an error by Rocker in center field. And now the Stompers have a rally brewing here in the first. It was not hit that well. It sounded like it was, but top spin off the bat of Pedro Barrios, and with the wind at that particular moment blowing in from center field, Chuck Rocker took a couple of hard steps back and then raced in for it. And right about belt high, he reached out to make the catch, and it was in his glove and then just fell out. Rocker thought he had it. We thought he had it. Gatto thought he had it. But he dropped it. So here's DeAngelis. The first pitch is chopped slowly on the ground to second. Artson charges. He'll turn and fire to second, and that's all they'll get. So DeAngelis will reach on a fielder's choice. And the Stompers have him at the corners with one out for Dondre Hubbard, who leads the league in home runs. So defensively behind Langdon tonight for Salina, Bishop's in left, Rocker in center, Bird in right, Gelfman at third, Martini at short, Artson, who just fielded that ground ball at second, and Canella's over at first with Kozak behind the plate, and Dondre Hubbard at the dish with runners at the corners. And one out. Here's the first pitch. Takes a breaking ball in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. Hubbard this year, 423 with runners in scoring position and 15 RBIs, 3 home runs, a double. So he's been mightily productive with runners in scoring position this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Backhanded in the dirt by Kozak. 2 balls and no strikes on Dondre Hubbard. Stompers trying to answer. Salina scored once in the top half of the inning. We're in the bottom of the first here at Arnold Field. It's Gatto at third, DeAngelis at first. Here's the 2-0 to Hubbard. He takes off the outside. Three and 0 the count on Dondre Hubbard with Chris Quitzer on deck, so it's kind of who do you want to pitch to here. The pitch from Langdon is cut on and missed. Big swing out of Hubbard. Sitting fastball 3-0. He got it down in the zone and came up empty. Three and 1, runners at the corners. There goes DeAngelis. It's chopped on the ground to second. Behind Artson, the second baseman, who has to go deep in the hole to field and throw out Dondre Hubbard. But with DeAngelis stealing, he kept the Stompers out of a double play. So the Stompers are on the board. It's 1-0 on the RBI groundout by Dondre Hubbard. 18th RBI of the season for Hubbard. And we're tied at 1. Here's Chris Quitzer with DeAngelis at second after Hubbard was thrown out. Here's the first pitch to Chris. He takes inside. 1 ball and no strikes. DeAngelis at second runs very well. The 1-0 pitch to Quitzer, a big swing and a miss. Ball and a strike. And the Stompers' first baseman, who's hitting 143 with runners in scoring position this year. Trying to put the Stompers ahead here in the first. We're tied at 1. The 1-1 pitch from Langdon is a fastball off the outside edge. 2 balls and a strike. Salina with the worst ERA in the Pacific Association, 7.21. Opposing teams hit .355 against them. That's the worst in the league as well. Langdon's 2-1 pitch to Quitzer is hit into right field. That'll fall in front of Bird for a base hit. DeAngelis being waved around third to throw to the plate, cut off by Canella. The relay's not in time. Chris Quitzer has an RBI single, and the Stompers lead it 2-1 here in the first. For Quitzer, now 4 hits and 21 at-bats with runners in scoring position, but this one puts the Stompers on top. Here's Miles Williams, who is celebrating his baseball card giveaway night tonight. Of course, Miles Williams on his baseball card in a Miami Marlins uniform. He was drafted by the Marlins in 2013, 442nd overall. The first pitch to him is way outside. He gets by Kozak and all the way to the screen. Moving up to second base is Quitzer on a wild pitch, and he's now in scoring position. 1 ball and no strikes on Williams. 15th round draft pick by the Marlins back in 2013.
5 sinker, 6 changer, 7 screwball, and 8 dipsy doodle.
Now a mound visit from the shortstop Louis Martini to calm down his right-hander Cole Langdon, who has given up 2 runs here in the bottom of the first. Right-hander set. He looks to Quitzer at second base. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Williams takes a fastball below the knees for ball 2. His Stomper team has speed, and a lot of it, considering the rest of the teams in the league. Quitzer, a guy at second base who plays first and outfield, and he can run pretty well. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Williams tanks right down the middle for strike 1. 298 hitter this year, Miles Williams, with just 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Slightly closed off stance for Williams. Here's the 2-1. He takes letter high in strike 2. The batting stance for Miles Williams very Giancarlo Stanton-esque, and he's friends with Stanton. Stayed at his house when he was in the Marlins organization. Stanton has that closed-off stance and the bat resting on the shoulder as the 2-2 pitch gets by Kozak once again. Another wild pitch, and Quitzer is now 90 feet away as the count is full on Miles Williams. So you wonder if Stanton had an influence on Williams' batting stance, his approach at the plate. They're almost identical. 3-2 the count on Williams with Jacob Barfield on deck. Langdon's payoff pitch. Wiles down on strikes. Stompers scored twice here in the bottom of the first inning. Once on an RBI ground out by Dondre Hubbard, and then the Chris Quitzer RBI single to right. Stompers lead at 2-1. Due up for the Stockade in the top of the second. 5, 6, 7 hitters when we come back.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
End of the fourth, there's another race.
Top of the second inning here at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Stompers lead at 2-1. Answering the call from Salina, who scored one time in the top half of the first inning on the Louis Martini solo home run. Hubbard with the RBI ground out. Quitzer with the RBI single to right. And just like that, the Stompers lead at 2-1. Zane Gelfman, Cosimo Canella, and Eric Kozak here in the top of the second against Connor Arnold, who needed only 14 pitches after allowing the home run in the first to retire the Stockade in order. So he'll face the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Here in the second, the right-hander who is now in the shadows on the mound as the shadows reach across the third baseline and out towards second, making it a little difficult on the hitters tonight until about the 5th or 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to Gelfman. That's high. 1 ball and no strikes on Zane Gelfman. Stompers this year 2-1 against the Stockade. The only loss came on opening night. Last time we played Salina here at this ballpark, it was a 4-hour, 9-minute affair. Here's the 1-0 pitch from the right-hander Connor Arnold. It's off the outside and below the knees to Gelfman. 2 balls and no strikes. 4 hours and 9 minutes. We were 6 minutes shy of the Stompers' record for time in a 9-inning game, but did set the record for runs scored combined in a game as the 2-0 pitch to Gelfman is fouled off to the right, now to play. 17-12, 29 combined runs in that game. That was a Stompers franchise record. 2-1 here in the second. Gelfman hitting .263 with 4 home runs and 7 runs batted in. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Arnold. It's fouled off at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Arnold, who has started 2 games this year and won both. Trying to continue that trend to open the year here tonight as he's ready to go on the mound, and Gelfman taking his time getting back in the box. Defensively, straight away against Gelfman. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Arnold. On the ground, left side. Barfield picks it up, straightens up, throws to first, and a long stretch by Chris Quitzer, who has to come off the bag toward home plate. Snatches it out of the air and puts a tag on Zane Gelfman for the first out here in the top of the second.
First baseman,
Here's the first baseman, Cosimo Canella. .250 this year, just 1 for 4. Just joined the Stockade last week. So granted, no home runs, no RBIs, and just 4 at-bats for him. Here's the first pitch to him from Connor Arnold. Takes a fastball across the letters for strike 1. Slight breeze tonight, blowing in over the right center field wall. Arnold throws on 0-1 and on the ground to third. Picked up by Barfield again. He throws to first, this time stretching the opposite way toward the right field line. Chris Quitzer. And 2 ground balls to Barfield, and Quitzer has had to stretch toward home plate and toward the right field line. Both times completing the out on the back side. 2 away here in the second, and here's Eric Kozak. Kozak this year 121 with 2 home runs, 4 driven in, and one of his home runs here on opening night. As he takes a big hack at a slider from Connor Arnold, he gets a piece, but that is all, and the count is 0-1. Napa is in San Rafael tonight. That game starting right about now. Arnold's 0-1 pitch is rolled softly to the left side. Barfield charges, throwing the run to first. In the dirt this time, Quitzer can't pick it. So 3 ground balls to Jacob Barfield at third. This time he throws it away. Had more time than he thought with the catcher Kozak running. He made a nice play on the in-between hop, picking it out of the dirt on the run. And then instead of setting his feet, he tried to throw on the run. It long-hopped Chris Quitzer, who has to deal with the sun as well over at first base. Couldn't keep it in front, so Kozak reaches on the error. First error for the Stompers tonight. And here is the former Pacific, Cody Bishop, traded to Salina. First time out of the stretch for Arnold tonight as he delivers a fastball that's fouled off to the left and out of play. 0-1 on the left fielder, Cody Bishop, hitting .222 with 2 RBIs. Kozak stays close at first. The 0-1 pitch is called a strike at the knees, says Rosario, and it's 0-2. Connor Arnold working from the first base side of the rubber on 0-2 to Bishop, who punches it on the ground to short. Barrios fields on one knee, flips to second. That ends the top of the second inning. No runs on no hits, one left, and an error committed by the Stompers as we go to the home half of the second. It's the Stompers 2, the Stockade 1. Bottom third of the order due up when we return right here on KSVY in Sonoma.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Bottom of the second inning here at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Jacob Barfield, Daniel Molinari, Nick Kern, 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Stompers, who lead it 2-1 over the Stockade out of Salina.
Now batting, third baseman Jacob.
Against right-hander Cole Langdon, the 6'3" right-hander out of Ventress, Louisiana, his first year of pro ball here in 2019. He played collegiately at Northwestern State, comes into this game with a 14.14 ERA, allowing about twice as many runs as innings pitched this year. The Stompers got him for 2 in the bottom of the first inning as Barfield leads it off, the right-hander out of the windup. And Barfield takes a big swing and comes up empty. The count is 0-1. Barfield 267, 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Hit one off the light post in left center field earlier this year as he takes another big swing and fouls it off straight back. And got a piece of our area mic down there, as you probably heard. A little bit of reverberation from the ball hitting the screen right behind home plate where we have our area mic taped up. So it's 0-2 on Jacob Barfield, the right-handed hitting third baseman. He yanks it foul down the third baseline. Langdon went inside with a fastball and ran and kept on running inside to Barfield, who was able to get a piece of lumber on it to stay alive. 0-2 the count. Barfield calls time, granted by injured Rosario. Trying to get the score updates from around the league. As the 0-2 pitch to Barfield is taken for ball 1. Out of the windup comes Langdon on 1-2. Barfield lines it over the head of Martini at short and into left field for a leadoff single. So Jacob Barfield, who went 3 for 3 2 days ago in Napa, opens his night tonight with a single to left, and that brings up Daniel Molinari. They're in the top of the first in San Rafael, and no score. Molinari stands in with a 200 batting average, 1 home run this year. Barfield at first base. Out of the stretch comes Langdon. His first pitch is very high and outside. One ball and no strikes on Daniel Molinari, the right-handed hitting catcher, after Barfield led off the inning with a single to left. Langdon, the right-hander, works from the first base side of the rubber, gives a look to Barfield. His 1-0 pitch. High again. 2 balls and no strikes on Daniel Molinari. Now for Jacob Barfield, he only has 1 stolen base this year, and the Stompers, who are last in the league in stolen bases, just 12. 12 in 13 games. The 2-0 pitch to Molinari is swung through and missed. 2-1. The Napa Silverados lead the league in stolen bases. They have 32. But if you've been around the Pacific Association for the last year plus, the Napa Silverados in their second season in the league. And, well, they led the league in stolen bases last year. Tito Fuentes Jr. likes to run. Zach Pace, the opposite. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Molinari swings through and misses again. 2 balls and 2 strikes with Barfield over at first. Zach Pace, a guy that almost had double the amount of walks as strikeouts and was a quick guy, outfielder, manager for the club, stole a lot of bases. He does not like to steal bases as a manager. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High and tight on Molinari, and the count is full. We've seen a lot of pitches up and in on Stomper hitters in the last week or so. Miles Williams on Sunday afternoon, and Vallejo got drilled in the back of the helmet, and luckily was okay. 3-2 the count. There's a possibility Barfield could go as Molinari steps out and calls time. 2-1 Stompers here in the bottom of the second inning. Arnold worked a clean top half. Molinari with the wide open stance awaits the 3-2. There goes Barfield, and Molinari fouls it straight back. The Stompers in the bottom of the first sent Rob DeAngelis on a 3-1 pitch to Dondre Hubbard, and thankfully they did, because DeAngelis did not draw a throw at second base. Hubbard was thrown out at first, and it drove in a run. So if DeAngelis didn't take off, Stompers likely would have been out of the inning, 4-6-3, and no runs across. Barfield trying to do the same here, keeping out of the double play. He does not go, and the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Daniel Molinari is the first casualty here in the bottom of the second. On the second strikeout of the night by Cole Langdon. So here's Nick Kern. Kern, who went 1 for 3 in the ballgame 2 nights ago over in Napa, and was a huge part of the 3-2 win against the Silverados. Drove in a run in that game. After missing 11 games, he played in the first game of the year here on opening night. Throw back over to first. Back safely is Barfield. Started at third base on opening night and was taken out with a hamstring problem. And that hamstring problem lingered for the next 11 games. His first game back was Tuesday night. Here's the first pitch to him. That's taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Kern out of UCLA in his second season here in the Pacific Association, last year with the Napa Silverados. The 0-1 pitch from Cole Langdon. Here it is. That's in the dirt. Back picked by Kozak. Backhanded by Kozak, that is, and the count is 1-1. Leadoff man Nick Gata is on deck, and so Kern, who hit towards the top of that Napa order last year, was a vital part of the base-stealing frenzy for the Silverados in 2018 as he takes outside in the dirt for ball 2. Stole 31 bases last year in 73 games. Only hit 225, but had a 403 on base percentage. So here's an interesting story. There's a helicopter out beyond the center field wall. We'll get to that. It's about to take off as the 2-1 pitch misses outside. At the end of batting practice today, helicopter started circling the field. And we're going, okay, that's a medical helicopter. So they're looking for somewhere to land. Sure enough, they landed about 100 feet beyond the 435 sign in straightaway center. The 3-1 pitch is below the knees, ball 4. So the helicopter landed. It's been here for about an hour or so. We don't know why. There's a fire truck out there. There's Little League fields beyond the right field wall here, but no sign of any urgency. The helicopter that you see on your screen has been sitting there for about an hour. It's being powered up now, and, well, they might take off, I'm assuming, if they're powering it back up, with Nick Gatta standing in. The first pitch from Langdon is found out of play off to the left. So they landed, and, of course, a big dust cloud kicked up and really engulfed center field. So they've been sitting there for a while, and makes you wonder with the helicopter and the fire truck out there, and Nick Gatta is calling time, and is he going to wait until the helicopter takes off? He's looking out towards center field, and now he'll dig back in. So whatever the helicopter was here for, it must not have been that urgent, you wouldn't think. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Gatta rolls it foul along the first baseline. 0-2 the count on the designated hitter tonight, leading off in the leadoff spot, Nick Gatta. And we may pause for the helicopter to take off. We don't really know. Our umpires, especially Gary Reinkelmeyer out in the field, is looking out beyond the center field wall. The helicopter, you just don't know what you're going to see when you come to the ballpark, and Reinkelmeyer now is going to call time, and he motions with his hand from his waist up to his shoulder as if to say, they're going to take off maybe. And so you're going to get a good look at it here. We watched them land, and you're going to watch them leave. The delays you get in independent baseball are like none other, and there it goes. See you later. Still no score in the top of the first inning out in San Rafael, and a little bit of a dust cloud. It's a pretty cool shot, isn't it? You ever come to a ball game and watch the helicopter take off in the middle of the inning? Probably not. The count is 0-2 on Nick Gatta, with Barfield at second and Kern over at first. Trey Dunyard, PA announcer and sound effect master. How Gatta calls time. We wanted to get the last bit of the music score in, and Gatta didn't like it. 0-2 the count. There goes Barfield toward third base. Now he puts on the brakes. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Nick Gatta after a helicopter delay. Maybe the first and the last one you'll ever see. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and now Langdon, after delivering that pitch, is holding and pressing up toward his right shoulder. So coming out of the dugout, part of the Salina staff, and they're going to check Cole Langdon. After delivering the pitch, he's immediately reached up toward his right shoulder, and now running down to the bullpen. A possible relief arm for the Stockade, and Langdon is still reaching up toward that right shoulder, and he will want a couple of warm-up tosses. Stompers, who have won 7 in a row coming in, haven't lost in a week. Longest streak of that kind this year, and the longest losing streak this year is the Napa Silverados. They lost 8 straight, and Langdon throws 1 warm-up pitch, and just by the looks of it, he will be coming out of this game, and he makes his way toward the Salina dugout. So 1 warm-up toss, and that's it for Cole Langdon, who will have to come out of this game unexpectedly after some discomfort in the right shoulder after throwing the 0-2 pitch to Nick Gatta, which missed outside and high. So immediate discomfort. New pitcher is going to be Kyle Ulande coming down to the bullpen for the Stockade. And it'll take a minute for Ulande to warm up on the mound, so we'll take a break. It's the Stompers 2, the Stockade 1 here at Arnold Field in Sonoma. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Kyle Ulande is the new pitcher, and we'll be right back.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still in the bottom of the second inning. In a 1-2 count to Nick Gatta, the new pitcher will be right-hander Kyle Ulande, who is a position player but has appeared in 2 games this year. A 1.92 ERA, 4 2/3, 2 runs, 1 earned on 6 hits. He struck out 2 and walked 2. He'll face Nick Gatta in a 1-2 count. Now, Kyle Ulande pitched in that marathon game a couple of nights ago and through the final 2+ innings. And here's his 1-2 pitch to Gatta on the ground to short. Fielded by Martini, who flips to second for 1. The throw back to first, not in time. It gets away from Canella, and here comes Barfield. He'll score. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice for Gatta. And an RBI. His 9th of the year.
Now batting shortstop Pedro Barrios.
Pedro Barrios will be the hitter. Check that. It'll be a fielder's choice for Nick Gatta, and scoring on the error will be Barfield, as the first pitch to Barrios is hit right back to the mound. Ulande fields, throws to second, and that ends the inning. Stompers do score on the throwing error by the second baseman Omar Artson. It's the Stompers 3, the Stockade 1 as we go to the third. 9-1-2 spots due up for Salina when we come back.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Top of the third inning, Chuck Rocker will lead it off for Salina against right-hander Connor Arnold. Then he'll be followed by Justin Bird and Omar Artson at the top of the lineup. 9-1-2 for Salina here in the top of the third inning. And it's the Stompers 3, Salina 1. Connor Arnold delivers a first pitch fastball well off the outside corner to Chuck Rocker, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Over in San Rafael, they're only in the bottom of the first inning, but the Silverados lead that game 2-0. Putting up 2 early runs as the 1-0 pitch. Rocker squares around and bunts it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cole Langdon had to exit the game after some discomfort in the right shoulder on an 0-2 pitch to Nick Gata. So Ulande came in, the position player got as much time as he wanted to warm up as the 1-1 is high and tight. 2 balls and a strike on Chuck Rocker, who hits .245 for the season with 4 RBIs. So Ulande, the position player, middle infielder, really infielder, utility guy, the 2-1 pitch is a nice slider from Connor Arnold, catching the inside corner, and it's 2-2. So it'll be by committee for Chuck Rocker and the Stockade for the remainder of the ball game. Nobody's up in the Salina bullpen, so it might be Ulande for a few more innings. The 2-2 pitch is taken low. Arnold thought he may have had strike 3 called. He started to walk around the hill. But a little low, says Andrew Rosario, and the count is full. Arnold kicks the payoff pitch. Chopped high over the mound behind the bag. Barrios and Kern cannot field it as it takes a tricky hop into center field. That'll go down as a base hit. And unfortunately for Connor Arnold, it's a hit. A high hopper over the mound and right when it skipped on the dirt, it sped up. Took a hop that went away from Kern, who was going to field it, and toward Barrios, the two confused by the tricky hop. So a single for Chuck Rocker. He's at first base, and the lineup flips over for Justin Bird. First pitch from Arnold is swung on and missed. A good two-seamer running away at 90 miles an hour from Connor Arnold, and it's 0-1. Bird grounded to Quitzer at first. He's 0 for 1. Rocker at first base with his lead. Arnold throws on 0-1. There goes Rocker. Swung on and missed. The throw on to second base on one hop is not in time. And Pedro Barrios, who was holding the tag on Chuck Rocker, who will be credited with a stolen base, but the base came out of the dirt at second, so time was called. Rocker came off the bag initially, but still ruled safe by Reichelmeyer as he was trying to fix second base. So it's 0-2 on Justin Bird after the stolen base by Chuck Rocker. Here's the pitch from Connor Arnold. That's hit in the air to left, slicing away from DeAngelis, racing toward the line. He reaches out to his right and makes the catch. So Bird is 0 for 2. And here steps in the shortstop, Omar Artson. Grounded to Barrios at short his first time. Wind helping on that fly ball off the bat of Birds, slicing away from DeAngelis with the wind blowing in over the right center field wall, but DeAngelis able to speed up and make the catch. So here's the first pitch to Arts, and he squares around and bunts it straight down off of home plate. Danny Molinari took the brunt of the pain as it came right back up and hit him. So Molinari given a few more extra seconds to breathe by Andrew Rosario, who goes out and hand delivers the baseball to Arnold. And now brushes off home plate before Molinari gets back in the crouch behind home plate. It's 3-1 Stompers here on the top of the third. 0-1 the count on Omar Artson, the second baseman. Not so good offensively tonight, 0 for 1, and defensively he's committed an error. So he takes a fastball for strike 2, lettered high on the outside corner, a two-seamer from Connor Arnold, tailing back towards the outside edge. He gets the call from Rosario, and it's 0-2. Artson digs in, slightly open stance for the right-handed hitter. Arnold set at the belt. Rocker with a huge lead, the 0-2 pitch. It's chopped softly foul up the third baseline. They're straight away all the way around defensively for the Stompers with the two-hole hitter Artson at the plate, and Luis Martini, who hit a solo home run his first time up, is in the on-deck circle. Arnold way ahead, 0-2, and we haven't seen the slider much tonight. He's set. Now he throws. Swung on and missed. Fastball. First strikeout for Connor Arnold tonight. 2 away here in the third. First strikeout for Connor Arnold comes here in the third inning, and that's a rarity. He struck out 14 in 11 innings this year. So evening out, getting close to evening out that strikeout to inning ratio now. Just his first. He's been around the strike zone, though, very effective tonight so far in this ball game. There goes Rocker for third. The pitch is high. The third out is not in time, and Jacob Barfield pops up after putting the tag on Rocker over at third. So Rocker with a couple of stolen bases here this inning puts himself 90 feet away. The pitch was high on Luis Martini, so the count is 1 ball and no strikes. And the throw was good from Molinari, who had to step around the right-handed hitting Martini to fire to third, and the throw was right on the bag. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Martini. He takes high again, 2 balls and no strikes. San Rafael has answered in the bottom of the first inning with a run. Silverados still lead that game 2-1. They're now in the top of the second. We're in the top of the third here, with Martini at the plate, who is the only run for Salina so far with a solo shot in the first. He takes inside on a two-seam fastball, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. So some would think that Arnold is pitching around Martini here. Swinging the bat well tonight. The 3-0 pitch. High, ball 4. Runners at the corners for the Stockade. That brings up the cleanup man, Jacob Wooler. He's the designated hitter tonight. Bounce to Barrios at short his first time up. First and third, 2 out. Stompers lead it by 2. Slight breeze still blowing in from right center field. The first pitch. Swung on and missed. Good changeup from Connor Arnold. Started at the knees and just dove straight down. Wooler came up empty. Arnold threw that pitch frequently to him in his first at bat. Got him to bounce softly to Barrios at short. Rocker leads from third, Martini from first, and Arnold steps off.
Go ahead.
Salina has
My day.
off to the races this inning with the 2 stolen bases from Chuck Rocker, who has a walking lead over at third. The 0-1. There goes Martini. The pitch is high. And without a throw, Martini steals second base. 1-1 the count on Wooler. And now the infield will have to throw across with the force out. Negated at second base after the stolen base by Martini. So now 2 in scoring position for Wooler. And Arnold steps off again. He wants Molinari to go through the signs one more time. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Wooler. Outside with a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Wooler has not hit a home run yet in 2019. He's driven in only 6. 14 games for the Stockade so far. Arnold trying to strand 2 runners in scoring position. Here in the third, his 2-1 delivery to Wooler. It's a slider, called a strike. It's 2-2. And Rosario not pointing at Wooler, indicating that the pitch was a strike from Arnold. Not that Wooler went around. He checked his swing, but Rosario says no, that caught the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Arnold peers in. Now he's ready. His 2-2 delivery to Wooler. Punched on the ground, right side, deep in the hole. Kern fields. He throws to a covering Arnold, and that ends the inning. Connor Arnold strands 2 runners in scoring position. Stockade cannot score. 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom half of the inning. DeAngelis, Hubbard, Klitzer, 3, 4, 5 hitters, with the Stompers leading it 3-1.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Rob DeAngelis will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Stompers leading it 3-1. They'll send the 3, 4, 5 hitters to the plate against Kyle Ulande, who, even for being a position player, throws the ball pretty well. He's thrown 4 2/3 this year with a 1.92 ERA, and that's a pretty big sample size for a position player, especially just 14 games into the year. He works out of the stretch, and his first pitch to Rob DeAngelis is fastball for a strike. Ulande lifetime 7 1/3 innings pitched. The 0-1 to DeAngelis rolled softly to first. Canelo will field, run over, and step on the bag. 1 out here in the third. Ulande makes quick work of DeAngelis. That brings up the big center fielder, Dondre Hubbard. Drove in his 18th RBI of the year, and he's top 5 in average home runs. RBIs is Dondre Hubbard. 4th in average, 377. 1st in home runs with 5. And 3rd in runs batted in with 18. He started the year on a tear, homering in the first 3 games of the year each. First pitch to him from Ulande, outside in the dirt. Since then, in the last 11 games, he's only homered twice. And both of those came in the same game. One 1-0 the count to Hubbard. Here's the pitch from Ulande. He hits it in the air to left. Right on cue. It's 4-1 Stompers. Hubbard has his league-leading 6th home run of the year. Two RBIs tonight for Hubbard. 6 home runs, 19 RBIs on the year for him now. That home run is brought to you by Epicenter. Make your next family getaway an epic one at Epicenter. And the Stompers have now scored in each of the first 3 innings tonight, courtesy of that Dondre Hubbard home run. Here's Chris Quitzer, who drove in a run his first time with an RBI single to right. And Ulande's ERA now going up after that home run. Here's the first pitch to Chris Quitzer, a fastball that misses inside for ball 1. Ulande works from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber, and they're shifted over for Quitzer to pull. The 1-0 is rolled that way, but foul. Rayson Romero, the first base coach here this inning, makes the grab in foul territory. 1 ball and 1 strike on Chris Quitzer. Nobody on, 1 out. The pitch from Ulande. Flips a curveball in that misses outside, 2-1. They're shifted for Quitzer with the shortstop Martini up the middle, and the third baseman Gelfman well off the third baseline. The 2-1 is pulled foul again. 2-2 the count on Quitzer, who's driven in 9 this year with a .241 batting average. The line is official for Cole Langdon tonight. An inning and a third, 3 runs, 2 earned on 2 hits. He struck out 2 and walked 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Quitzer. He takes off the outside corner, and the count is full. On deck, Miles Williams, celebrating his baseball card night tonight. But now Ulande set, and he delivers a payoff pitch to Quitzer, which is rolled on the ground right side. Artson fields at second and throws him out. 2 out here in the bottom of the third, as Miles Williams steps up.
Home run hero, Miles Williams. If Miles hits a home run,
Miles Williams,
Caster,
baseball card giveaway night tonight at the ballpark. So if you came, you got one of those, and if you didn't, you should have. I have one hanging in my office. First pitch to Miles Williams is off the inside for ball 1. Miles started his celebration tonight with a strikeout. Sure he'll want to turn things around here in his second at bat of the night. The 1-0 pitch inside again. 2 balls and no strikes on Williams, who has homered this year. Was on the road in Napa. He hit it the other way, the straightaway right. Ulande set on 2-0. Now he throws. Flips a curveball in, but it was high. 3 balls and no strikes. Ulande set his 3-0 pitch on the outside corner to Williams. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody on, 2 out. 1 run in this inning on the Dondre Hubbard home run to straightaway left. The 3-1 pitch, and Williams cannot hold up. He does go around, and the count is full. A little bit of a wrinkle from Kyle Ulande. The count is full. Ulande set. Here's the payoff pitch to Miles Williams. Called strike 3 on a curveball. That ends the inning. So Williams has been struck out twice tonight, once swinging and once by the looking variety. We're through 3 full innings here tonight. It's the Stompers 4, the Stockade 1. Coming up for Salina in the top half of the fourth, Gelfman, Canella, Kozak when we come back.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Written for anyone named Dan Winters to lose. Come on up here, and I'll give you tickets to the game anyway, all right?
Top of the fourth inning, 5, 6, 7 spots for Salina coming up against Connor Arnold, who has allowed a run on 2 hits. He struck out 1, walked 1 so far. The only blemish was the Luis Martini solo home run in the first. Since then, he's thrown the ball very well. Here's his first pitch to Zane Gelfman. Breaking ball taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Stompers lead at 4-1 here in the top of the fourth. Hubbard in center playing for Gelfman to pull the ball slightly. The 0-1 pitch. A fastball, two-seamer runs way in on Gelfman as he has to back out of the way. A ball and a strike on Zane Gelfman. Right-handed hitter. He's 0 for 1. Bounce to Barfield at third. The 1-1 pitch from Connor Arnold. Inside again, the two-seamer. 2 balls and a strike. Connor Arnold without his best stuff tonight, but still very effective on the hill. There's been nights where Arnold has just dominated opposing hitters. The 2-1 popped up, right side. Quitzer will watch it sail into the stands, and it's 2-2. Though Arnold's stuff is still good tonight as far as movement is concerned. Having a hard time controlling it a little bit. Haven't seen him throw the slider as often as we have in the past. Two balls and 2 strikes on Gelfman. And here it is from Connor Arnold. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the night for Arnold. Comes to open the fourth. Here's Cosimo Canella. 1 for 5 to open the year for him. First pitch from Connor Arnold. This is off the outside corner with a slider. 1 ball and no strikes. Arnold kicks and fires. Popped up. Foul territory. Behind home plate, Molinari gets rid of the mask and makes the basket-style catch. Molinari, who didn't find it initially, looks up, identifies the baseball, gets rid of the mask, and makes the catch. 2 away Eric Kozak will be the hitter. He reached on an error by Barfield. The only error of the game for the Stompers, who have only played errorless baseball a handful of times this year. The first pitch is a fastball that misses in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes on Eric Kozak, who's one of his 2 home runs came here on opening night for the Stompers. The 1-0 pitch, a nice slider from Arnold. It's 1-1. The slider's been better for Connor this inning. Didn't throw it much in the first 3. Here he is on 1-1. Another slider. This one fouled off, and it caught a piece of Molinari, who will retrieve the foul ball. And now Rosario will go back out to Arnold and give Molinari a minute to breathe. 4 innings into the game, almost, and Molinari has taken a couple of nicks tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kozak with nobody on and 2 away. Arnold shakes twice. Now they agree. Right-hander on 1-2 with the quick pitch. Misses outside. When Connor's really in a groove and feeling like everything's working, he'll mix up the timing. Quick pitch. And that was the first time we've seen it tonight. Here's the 2-2. That's on the outside corner. A called strike 3. Bookend strikeouts for Connor Arnold here in the 4th inning. He has 3 in the night. We go to the last of the 4th. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Stompers when we come back.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
It'll be Jacob Barfield, Daniel Molinari, and Nick Kern here in the last of the 4th against Kyle Ulande. Back out for his 3rd inning of work tonight in relief of Cole Langdon, who left the game unexpectedly with a shoulder problem. Jacob Barfield will lead things off. He singled to left off of Langdon back in the 2nd inning. Barfield, who was hitting just above 100 for the first week plus of the season, all of a sudden he's just taken off at the plate. 3 for 3 night for him the other night. Ulande's first pitch to him out of the stretch. He takes a breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. We've seen Barfield take advantage of position players on the mound a couple of times this year. The 1-0 in the dirt. Kozak couldn't pick it out of the dirt, and it rung his bell right off the front of the mask. He'll be hearing a ringing until he goes to sleep tonight, probably. 2 balls and no strikes on Barfield, who With position players on the mound, he'll sit back on one pitch and take some of the biggest swings you'll ever see, the 2-0. Takes a fastball for a strike here. 2-1 on Barfield. The wind still blowing in over that right center field wall. So don't hit it to right center. We've already seen the slight breeze knock a couple of fly balls down tonight and make it hard for the outfielders, the 2-1. Taken low. Particularly Chuck Rocker in center. Dropped a fly ball earlier in the game. That was hit off the bat of Pedro Barrios. The 3-1 pitch from Ulande to Barfield. Big swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, racing toward foul territory. Cody Bishop, he slides and makes the catch. And that's a tremendous play by Cody Bishop in left. It was not hit that deep off the bat of Jacob Barfield, but very high, and with the wind changing directions here tonight, Cody Bishop had to go a long way from his normal position out in left field to track it down in foul territory and go into a slide right in front of the wall to make the catch. Here's Daniel Molinari. Struck out his first time. That was against Langdon. Here he'll face Ulande. The first pitch is fouled straight back to the screen. 0-1 the count to Molinari. Molinari with one home run this year. That is all it came here. A skyscraping home run to straightaway left. The 0-1 pitch from Ulande is swung on and missed. Ulande can only smile as you don't expect a position player to come out to the mound and throw you curveballs, but that's exactly what Ulande did. Not the first one he's thrown tonight, and it won't be the last. 0-2 on Molinari, who digs back in. Here's the pitch from Ulande. It's in the dirt. One and two. Stompers lead to 4-1.
Johnny Red Neat, okay? Do it.
Bottom of the third in San Rafael, and they lead that, or they trail that ball game 2-1. But Napa Silverado's out in front. It's a 4-1 game here in the bottom of the fourth. Molinari, who hit over 400 in the Pecos League last year. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. That's inside, and it looked like it got a piece of him, and it did not. Thought it got the left sleeve of Molinari, and all of us up here in the booth think that it got a piece. It sounded like it hit something twice. And Molinari probably just wants to hit. We saw Dondre Hubbard do that last week. Molinari takes high, and the count is full. Hubbard did not want to take first base after being hit by a pitch on the sleeve last week. He later scored in that at-bat after reaching. Here's the payoff to Molinari. He drills it to left. Going back on it is Bishop and making the catch knee high for out number 2. Bishop has been active this inning.
Second baseman Nick Kern.
2 putouts for him in left, and neither of them routine fly balls. Here's Nick Kern. After missing 11 games, got a crucial RBI hit the other night in Napa, and then walked his first time up here tonight. That was against Cole Langdon, so his first time facing Kyle Ulande tonight, the first pitch. He hits a very high fly ball to left. Backpedaling is Bishop, and he will make all 3 putouts this inning. 3 fly balls to left. Bishop caught them all. First time the Stompers haven't scored tonight. We go to the 5th. It's the Stompers 4, Salina 1. Bishop, Rocker, Bird due up when we return right here on KSVY.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
The Sonoma Stompers. The Sonoma Stompers are also proud to have Adams Chiropractic as the official chiropractor of the Sonoma Stompers.
We're in the top of the fifth inning here at Arnold Field in Sonoma with the Stompers leading the Stockade 4-1. Connor Arnold so far just 2 hits allowed. One was a solo home run by Luis Martini back in the first, and that's the only run he's allowed so far. 3 strikeouts for Arnold, the right-hander, to 1 walk. 60 pitches through 4 innings, so barring anything drastic, he will likely go 2 more. If he completes this half inning, he would be eligible for a win if the Stompers are able to hold on here tonight. And he would be 3 for 3 in the wins to game category. He's started 2 games this year and won both. Cody Bishop will lead things off, then Chuck Rocker and Justin Bird, the first pitch. Swung on a miss, good changeup. 0-1 the count. It's been the changeup out of Arnold tonight that's been the better breaking ball. The slider's been sharp, but he hasn't thrown it all that much. Here's the 0-1. On the ground, right side. Quitzer way over to his right. A long underhanded flip and an acrobatic play by Connor Arnold to leap up, in stride, catch it, come down on the first base bag for out number 1. Chris Quitzer has been itching for a ground ball tonight, I think, because every ball that's been hit to the right side of the infield, he has sprinted as hard as he can to his right to try and field it. Once before, he could not get there, and Kern fielded it deep in the hole and then threw to a covering Arnold. And this time, Quitzer went way over to his right. But luckily, Arnold with the PFPs. The slider misses outside to Rocker, 1 ball and no strikes. Arnold was able to get there in time. 1-0 the count on Rocker for the 1-0 to the center fielder. Is taken off the outside corner for ball 2. Rocker reached on a single his first time, but an uncharacteristic one. The 2-0 pitch from Arnold. High and tight, 3-0. It was a high hopper over the mound. One in which Arnold had no chance of getting to. It was that high of a hopper, and then it bounced on the grass one time, and then on the second hop on the infield dirt, and it just skipped right through Barrios and Kern. Fastball on 3-0, called a strike. Took 1 hop on the dirt right in front of home plate, then bounced on the grass behind the mound, then bounced on the dirt and picked up speed and hopped left, went right between the 2 middle infielders as the 3-1 pitch. Oh, it's low. Called ball 4. And Arnold doesn't like it. Molinari held the glove at the knees of Chuck Rocker, begging for the call. Did not get it. So a walk to Rocker, only the second allowed by Arnold, who now will work back out of the stretch. His first pitch to Justin Bird, who squares around. He takes a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes on Bird. He's 0 for 2. DeAngelis is in left, and with Hubbard in center playing toward the left center field gap, shading away from Bird. Decent lead by Rocker. He goes. The pitch is high and away. The throw down to second is not in time. The throw would have been in time from Molinari if the pitch, or if the throw, that is, had been on the right side of the bag. They pitched out. Rocker has Arnold timed up pretty well tonight. That's the 3rd stolen base for Chuck Rocker in this game. And you'll likely see him take off some point as this at-bat continues, or as the inning continues. There's only 1 out. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Bird takes, and just 3 balls and no strikes. Rocker, who timed it perfectly, was taking a secondary lead right when Arnold lifted his leg, so the momentum was already going toward second base. Arnold looks back to second now, is 3-0. This is ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Justin Bird, and back-to-back walks will have pitching coach Mike Nunez out of the dugout, and he'll go to the mound for a visit. We're back here tomorrow night, 6:05 first pitch as the Vallejo Admirals are in town. And then a couple of road games, so we won't be back here until a week from today. The game tomorrow night here, Saturday on the road in Napa, 1:05 start time. Sunday, Monday off. Then we're on the road Tuesday the 25th in Vallejo. And then back in Napa Wednesday the 26th. Before we return to Arnold Field on Thursday the 27th as we host the Vallejo Admirals, and then Friday the 28th against the San Rafael Pacifics, and then a day off, and then we round out June in San Rafael for the first time this year. That'll be a day game on Sunday. So 2 here at home to conclude the week, and then on Saturday in Napa. Back here a week from tonight. So make sure you get your tickets for tomorrow night's ball game. And for next week, as Omar Artson digs in after back-to-back walks allowed by Connor Arnold, here's the first pitch. Changeup, call it strike. Took a little bit off. That changeup had a lot more movement from Arnold. Artson 0-2. 0 for 2 tonight, that is. The 0-1 pitch. The slider taken in the dirt. One and one the count on Omar Artson. Here's the pitch. Slider taken in the dirt, 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Artson, who stands in. And Arnold has really slowed the pace now here in the 5th after the 2 walks. Inside move, the throw back to second. They have Rocker picked off. He's in a rundown between second and third. They feed to Barfield, who puts the tag on Chuck Rocker. So a brilliant play put on by the Stompers with Connor Arnold working the inside move. He had Rocker leading. He fired back to second, so that'll be a 1-6-5 putout to retire Chuck Rocker, who was off to the races again, trying to steal third base for the second time tonight. Arnold and Molinari and Barrios had him figured out. They pick off Rocker. Advancing to second is Justin Bird on the play. The count is still 2-1 on Omar Artson, now with 2 out. Here's the pitch. He checks his swing on a 2-seamer high and inside. They appeal out to Gary Reichelmeyer, who says that he did not go around. And the count is 3 balls and a strike. Three and one the count. With Luis Martini on deck, he homered earlier in the ballgame. The pitch on the outside corner. The count is full. Good two-seamer from Connor Arnold, which sits high 80s, low 90s. They're in the top of the fourth in San Rafael. The Silverados still lead that game 2-1. 3-2 the count. With 2 out here in the fifth. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, strikeout number 4 for Connor Arnold, and that ends the inning. We're halfway home here tonight. It's the Stompers 4, Salina 1. We go to the last of the fifth. Top of the lineup coming up for the Stompers when we come back.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Designated hitter Nick Gatta.
We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. It's the Stompers 4, the Stockade 1. New pitcher for Salina is going to be right-hander Andrew Merkin. This will be the third game in which he's appeared, the first time out of the bullpen for him. He has a 12.27 ERA through 7 1/3. He'll face the top of the lineup. He's allowed 14 runs, 10 of them earned on 13 hits. His first pitch to Gatta skips in the dirt and catches a piece of Andrew Rosario behind the plate for ball 1. Kyle Ulande goes 2 2/3. Allows the 1 run on the home run by Dondre Hubbard. The 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner, says Rosario, and the count evens at 1-1, and Nick Gatta does not agree. Merkin, who has struck out 7 and walked 10 so far this year, the 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. That'll reach the seats. 1-2 the count on Nick Gatta. Now, Andrew Merkin started the ball game the other night. That was last Friday night. The 17-12 win in favor of the Stompers. His 1-2 pitch inside, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That game he started, he lasted 2 2/3. Allowed 9 runs, 7 earned on 5 hits. 7 walks by Merkin in that game. The 2-2 is on the ground, chopped to short. Martini fields the long throw to first, not in time. Nick Gatta has a single to open the fifth. The throw got by Canelo, the first baseman, but not far enough for Gatta to advance, and the second baseman, Arton, was in good position to back it up. Here's Pedro Barrios. First hit of the game for Nick Gatta. He's reached all 3 times, once on an error, once on a fielder's choice, once on a walk. Here's Barrios, who is 0 for 2. First pitch. Slider off the outside for ball 1. Barrios hit the ball to center, in which Chuck Rocker dropped. That was in the first inning. The 1-0 pitch is chopped high to third. Gelfman fields. He'll throw across to first. Barrios is retired for the first out of the 5th. Gata moves up to second, and here's Rob DeAngelis. Barrios with the very high chopper. Hit right in front of the home plate on the dirt. All the way to third in the air. Gelfman, who did not have enough time to go to second, fires across. So now Gata is out at second base in scoring position. First pitch to Rob DeAngelis. Fastball called a strike. 0-1 on DeAngelis, who's a .235 hitter with runners in scoring position this year. He's driven in 4 on 4 hits. Oh for 2 tonight, the 0-1 pitch. Line back up the middle, that's a base hit. Gata being held at third, and now Chuck Rocker can't field it in center. So Gata will score. It'll be a single for Rob DeAngelis. It's 5-1 Stompers. Here comes Dondre Hubbard.
Center fielder Dondre Hubbard.
Here's Hubbard with DeAngelis at first. 1 out. First pitch to Hubbard. There goes DeAngelis. Slider taken outside and low. The throw to second is high. Rob DeAngelis with a stolen base. His 3rd of the season. 1 ball and no strikes on Dondre Hubbard, who homered his last time up. Stolen base brought to you by Sonoma Fit. 1-0 the count on Hubbard. Stompers who have put up a run this inning, and it's still being decided if it'll be an RBI for DeAngelis or an error on Rocker in center field. He bobbled it. Gata was held up initially at third, but then after the bobble came in to score the 1-0. Hubbard can't hold up on the slider in the dirt. The count evens at 1-1, and Hubbard did not agree with Rosario. One ball and 1 strike. DeAngelis at second. 1 out. And Hubbard digging back in the right side. He's still frustrated about that previous strike call, or the swing call. Rosario saying that Hubbard did go around. Merkin looks back to second. The 1-1. Takes a fastball below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. The only other game going tonight is in San Rafael. It's still 2-1 in favor of Napa. Here, DeAngelis is at second with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-1 pitch. Hubbard takes a slider outside for ball 3. Now Hubbard, who has driven in 2 runs tonight. The RBI ground out in the first inning. And the home run back in the 3rd. Still hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position with 16 RBIs. The 3-1 pitch. Takes a slider in the dirt for ball 4. First walk issued by Merkin. The Stompers have him at first and second for Chris Quitzer. This will be a long relief appearance for Andrew Merkin, most likely out of the bullpen, as long as he can keep things in check. Merkin is a starter the 6'3" right-hander out of Lafayette. Here's Quitzer. First pitch from Merkin. Fastball poured in for strike one on the outer half. Quitzer 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the first inning. Stompers have scored in each inning except for the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground, back up the middle. The shortstop Martini behind the bag. Bobbles initially, steps on the bag for one, and fires across. A 6-3 double play. That ends the inning. The Stompers score one time on the misplay in center by Chuck Rocker. We're through 5. It's the Stompers 5, Salina 1.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Luis Martini leads things off, 3-4-5 hitters for Salina. As we go to the top of the sixth, Connor Arnold back out. His first pitch to Martini is a fastball that catches the inside corner. The count is 0-1. Arnold in line for the win if the score stays the same. It would be his third of the year in 3 starts. Delivers an 0-1 fastball, swung on and missed by Martini, and the count is 0-2.
Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Next pitch will be number 80 from Connor Arnold. Right-hander kicks. Here it is. On the ground, right back up the middle. Kern behind the back at second. He can't field it. That'll be an error. Nick Kern struggling tonight on bouncing balls up the middle. Second one that he has had a hard time fielding. The first was the single by Rocker that was ruled a base hit, but this one softly hit, and Kern overran it to his right. And then had to reach back to his left to try and field the ground ball. And an E4 allows Martini to reach to open the sixth. Here's Jacob Wooler. First pitch from Connor Arnold. Big changeup, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count on Wooler, who has bounced out 6-3 and then 4-1. Kern, the second baseman, throwing to the covering Arnold. The last time that Wooler was at the plate as he takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Jacob Wooler is 0 for 2. Arnold, after a long pause, the 1-1 pitch. On the inside corner for strike 2. 4 strikeouts for Arnold tonight, 3 walks. Martini at first. Here's the pitch. Bowler chases it and fouls it off down the left field line. Long run for DeAngelis, who will not get over to foul territory in time. 1-2 the count. Still on Jacob Bowler. Stompers back here tomorrow night. Vallejo Admirals in town. Arnold out of the stretch from the first base side of the rubber, set at the belt. His 1-2 pitch. Fouled out a play off to the left again. Over in San Rafael, the Pacifics have tied the Silverados at 2. That game is in the top of the 5th inning. We're top 6 here. 1-2 pitch again to Wooler. This time he rolls it softly on the ground to second. Kern fields. He'll flip quickly to second base, and he threw it away. Second error of the inning on Nick Kern. Back-to-back hitters. Kern, who had almost no shot to get Martini at second, decided to field and spin all the way around and try to throw to second base quickly instead of taking the sure out at first. Kern in just his 3rd game of the year.
Third baseman Zane Gelfman.
It opens the door for the Stockade here in the 6th, and Zane Gelfman, who has hit 4 home runs this year. Arnson at second, Martini at first. Both reaching on errors by Nick Kern. 3 errors so far for the Stompers tonight. Gelfman's 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Arnold. First pitch. Fastball off the outside corner for ball 1. Inches off. Very good pitch to start out the at-bat from Connor Arnold. Gelfman has bounced to third and struck out. Arnold looks to second now, the 1-0. That's popped way up on the infield. Foul territory, behind home plate. Molinari gets rid of the mask and makes the tough grab. 2 brilliant plays on pop-ups behind home plate by Daniel Molinari tonight. Once on the first base side in foul territory, and this one toward the on-deck circle on the third base side. So 1 out. Here's Cosimo Canella. Canella 0 for 2. He popped up to Molinari in foul territory his last time up. First and second, 1 out. Here's the first pitch. Now Arnold spins inside and looks toward second base. Both runners have reached on errors here into the 6th. Arnold set. The first pitch to Canella is high with a fastball. One ball and no strikes on Canella with runners at first and second. So far, the Stockade have left 4 on base in the first 5 innings. The 1-0 pitch. Slider inside on Canella. Arnold tried to go front door slider, and it never came back toward home plate. It just sat there and spun, and Canella was waiting for it to dart back toward the plate, and it never did. 2 balls and no strikes on Canella. With Hubbard in center playing him to pull, and Miles Williams way off the line and right in front of the 345 sign in right center field. Arnold looks back to second twice. His 2-0 pitch in the dirt. 3-0. Kozak's on deck. And for Arnold, who doesn't have his best stuff tonight, his 2 previous starts, he went 5 and 6 innings. Trying to get through the 6th tonight. Here's his 3-0. That's down low, and a 4-pitch walk to Cosimo Canella loads the bases. Mike Nunez on the top step. We'll see if he comes out.
Here comes Eric Kozak. He's our wine whipper.
Mike Nunez does not come out, but Marshall Schill, right-hander, stands up in the bullpen, and now Nunez will come out.
Let's do it again.
Daniel Molinari will go out to the mound. As we check on the game in San Rafael between the Pacifics and the Silverados, Napa has taken a 3-2 lead over the Pacifics in the top of the 5th inning. Kozak will be the hitter against Connor Arnold once the meeting concludes with pitching coach Mike Nunez. The side armor, Marshall Schill, is in the bullpen. Martini led off the inning and reached on an error by Kern at second, and then another ground ball to Kern. With an opportunity to redeem himself, he threw it away, trying to start a double play that never would have happened, with Martini getting to second base too quickly. Then Gelfman popped up to Molinari in foul territory behind home plate. 4-pitch walk to Canella. Bases are loaded. 1 out. In the 6th, the Stompers lead it 5-1. Marshall Schill loosening up. Here's Eric Kozak, the catcher.
Loves you, baby. You're beautiful.
Arnold out of the stretch. His first pitch to Kozak. Starts him with a slider with a big swing and a miss. Arnold having to do it himself here in the 6th. He's already stranded 4 Stockade base runners. Trying to strand the bases loaded here in the 6th inning. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that misses above the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike. Martini at third, Waller at second, Canella at first. And Arnold going through a bunch of signs with his catcher Molinari now delivers the 1-1 pitch. Slider above the letters. Ball 2. Arnold has worked behind the hitters frequently tonight. Trying to get back in the count here, 2-1. Right-hander readies. The pitch. On the outside corner for strike 2. Good fastball from Connor Arnold. 2-seam action, tailed back towards the corner. Now Mike Nunez is going to go down to the bullpen and see how long it'll be before Schill will be ready to enter the game. 2-2 the count. Here it is from Arnold. Poked on the ground to second, charging Kern. He'll flip to second for 1, and that is all they'll get. The throw back to first is not in time. So Kozak gets an RBI on the fielder's choice. It's 5-2 on the 5th RBI of the season for Eric Kozak. Martini scores. Wooler goes to third as Canelo is forced out at second base for the 2nd out of the inning. In steps Cody Bishop. 0 for 2. He grounded into a fielder's choice and then grounded to Quitzer at first base as he delivers a line drive to left and right at Rob DeAngelis. Looked like it was going to get down right off the bat. DeAngelis breaks in to make the catch. That ends the inning. Salina gets a run on no hits, a couple of errors for the Stompers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Williams, Barfield, Molinari.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Miles Williams leads things off here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting our Tribute home run hero, Miles Williams.
Stompers lead it 5-2.
Skip Caster.
Williams, Barfield, Molinari, 6, 7, 8 against Andrew Merkin in his second inning. The lights are on. They're heating up. First pitch to Williams. Oh, and it drilled him. Looked like the left shoulder blade for Miles Williams. This year, Williams, the 4th time he's been hit by a pitch.
Third baseman Jacob Barfield.
Now Jacob Barfield will hit. Barfield tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Flying to left his last time at the plate. That was against Kyle Ulande, who for a position player threw pretty well tonight, and he throws pretty well consistently. Lights are on and not really in full effect yet as Barfield takes a fastball in the dirt. The sun is still up, but the shadows from the trees covering most of the field here. 1 ball and no strikes on Jacob Barfield. Right-handed slugger with Williams leading at first base. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Andrew Merkin. Taken outside by Barfield, 2-0. So Williams hit by a pitch to open this bottom of the 6th. Barfield with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs on the season. And a 2-0 count. Here it is from Merkin. Takes a changeup low, 3-0. Barfield will be looking for something to hit here on 3-0. Wind still blowing in over that right field wall. Across from right to left. Williams likely not going. Here's the 3-0. Outside and a 4-pitch walk to Jacob Barfield. First and second now for the Stompers and Daniel Molinari.
Now batting catcher Danny Molinari.
Mound visit for Salina. And this gives us a chance to remind you that the Stompers are home tomorrow night, 6:05 first pitch, before we go on the road on Saturday in Napa, and then 2 days off Sunday and Monday. Napa has tacked on another run in the top of the 5th inning. They lead the Pacifics 4-2 at Albert Park down in San Rafael. The Napa Silverados, who are 5-9 overall, at one point had lost 8 in a row, and the Pacifics, who sit at 10-6, a game and a half behind the Stompers for first place, who sit at 10-3 and have won 7 straight. Merkin works with first and second, nobody out. His first pitch to Molinari is taken in the dirt. And that is 6 straight balls when you go back to the hit by pitch that led off the inning to Miles Williams. 1 ball and no strikes on Molinari. He's 0 for 2. Williams at second, Barfield at first. Pitch. Swung on a miss. One ball and 1 strike on Molinari, the catcher, with Nick Kern on deck. Molinari, the right-handed hitting catcher, against Merkin in his second inning of relief. The third pitcher for the Stockade tonight. Molinari calls time. 5-2, Stompers lead in the 6th. 1 ball and 1 strike to Molinari. The pitch from Merkin. Taken in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike on Daniel Molinari.
Oh, yes. It's usually about $3,000 to $5,000.
Stompers, who haven't lost since June 7th. That was a 6-4 loss to the Vallejo Admirals at Wilson Park. The 2-1 pitch called a strike on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. Molinari doesn't like it but can't say much. He is the catcher tonight, and catchers tend to not argue the strike zone very much because they want that pitch for their pitchers as well. 2-2 the count. Merkin set at the chest. Now the pitch. Broken bat. Squibber up the first baseline. Foul. Molinari left with nothing but the handle of the bat as he tosses the handle toward the Stompers dugout. He'll get a new piece of lumber. Still 2-2 on Molinari, who has a new bat. Now he'll re-pine tar the bat. Broke it into a billion pieces.
Our bat boy is going to try to glue that back together.
We're going to try and pick up the shrapnel out on the field. Bad boy doing a great job. I think he picked up a clump of dirt and thought it was part of the bat.
Nice job.
He was out there picking up the pieces of bat left over from what at one point was Daniel Molinari's. They said, hey, that looks like a piece of the bat. Nope. Clump of dirt. Still 2-2 on Molinari. First and second, nobody out. The pitch from Merkin. Down below the knees, and the count is full. Merkin has allowed both base runners to reach, neither on hits. Miles Williams hit by a pitch, and then a 4-pitch walk to Barfield. And now Merkin in danger of loading the bases with Nick Kern on deck. Right-hander readies. On the payoff pitch, he fires. Molinari lines it back up the middle. That's a base hit into center. Williams held at third. Rocker's throw in is cut off by Canella. Molinari has his first hit of the night. A single right back up the middle. And now the Stompers have him loaded for Nick Kern.
Serving food loaded with flavor 7 days.
Kern this year is batting .500 with runners in scoring position.
Now batting.
Though a very small sample size, he's 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position, and a big RBI hit on Tuesday night in Napa. So they're loaded for Kern, who's playing in just his 3rd game of the year. He'll bat with him loaded and nobody out in a 5-2 Stomper lead, and he has a chance to crack this one open. First pitch from Merkin. Swing and a little flare into left center field. Coming on hard is Rocker. He won't get there. He'll fall in for a base hit. Williams comes in to score. It is 6-2 on an RBI single by Nick Kern, his 2nd RBI of the year. Lineup flips back over to the top for the DH, Nick Gatta, whose parents are in attendance tonight, and he changed his walk-up song. For tonight only, it's his dad's favorite band, so Nick Gatta came in and said, I want to change my walk-up song. My dad will be here tonight. And he's 1 for 2. Infield in for Salina. The first pitch to Gatta is a slider that misses inside and low for ball 1. Gatta hitting .400 with runners in scoring position this year. He's driven in 7. 1-0 the count. Merkin fires and Gatta hits it on the ground sharply to short. Martini up with it. He throw home and it squirts away from Eric Kozak. Nick Gatta reaches on a fielder's choice. It'll be an error on the shortstop Martini, allowing the run to come in and score. Still nobody out. Pedro Barrios will be the hitter. So it was a sharp ground ball to Martini at short, who went down to one knee, fielded it cleanly, came up and threw home. It was low. Kozak could not make the catch. Here's the first pitch to Barrios. The slider taken inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Stompers now lead 7-2 and still nobody out here in the home half of the 6th inning. Infield's in for the Stockade. Merkin's 1-0 delivery is high and tight. 2 balls and no strikes on Pedro Barrios. 444 hitter with runners in scoring position and 10 RBIs. Over 3 tonight. Stomper shortstop. Awaits the 2-0 from Merkin. Here it is. Out on a play off to the right. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike on Pedro Barrios. Here's the pitch from Andrew Merkin. Off the outside corner, and it's 3-1. Salina this year, when it comes to pitching, last in ERA, strikeouts, most walks allowed, most runs and earned runs allowed. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Barrios hits it in the air, right center field. Bird moving to his right. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third, Molinari. Here's the throw in from Bird to the plate. It is not in time. The throw was a little bit up the third base line. Kozak had to reach out. The swipe tag did not get Molinari. The run comes in to score. It's 8-2 on a sacrifice fly by Pedro Barrios. Staying at second base, Nick Kern with Gata at first. Here's Rob DeAngelis. He's 1 for 3 tonight and 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position. First and second, 1 out. First pitch to DeAngelis. Merkin flips in a slider for ball 1. Stompers pouring it on here in the 6th. 3 more runs here in this inning, extending the lead 8-2. The 1-0 pitch. DeAngelis checks his swing and shoots it over toward the third base dugout. 1-1 the count. San Rafael has answered Napa once again. The Silverados still lead that ball game 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Been a back and forth affair down at Albert Park in San Rafael. Here it's 8-2 in favor of the Stompers. DeAngelis, the left-handed hitter. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. That gets away from Kozak. Both runners will move up 90 feet. Pass ball for Eric Kozak. Kozak, who has to work very hard behind the plate. Sometimes just a little lazy. But he gets beat up back there. 2 balls and a strike on DeAngelis with runners at second and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. He takes low. Three balls and a strike to DeAngelis. They could nibble here, but Dondre Hubbard is on deck. The 3-1 pitch. DeAngelis fouls it out of play.
Danger, Will Robinson. Johnny Red knee, okay?
Kern at third. Got at second. 3-2. DeAngelis climbs back in the left side. Hubbard's on deck. Merkin with a look in. Now set. Here's his payoff pitch. DeAngelis checks the swing and fouls it out of play again. DeAngelis just fighting off pitches until he gets one that he likes. Bottom of the 6th inning, Stompers lead by 6. Merkin set. Payoff pitch once again. DeAngelis fouls it straight back. As you heard it bang off the netting right here behind home plate. DeAngelis taking his time getting back in, now does. Merkin stares in. The 8th pitch of the at-bat to DeAngelis on 3-2. Inside ball 4. So Dondre Hubbard will hit with the bases loaded. And only one out. Hubbard, who has already homered in this game, he's 1 for 2. And driven in 2 runs. Leads the league in home runs with 6. Third in RBIs with 19. Came into the game with 17. And here he'll bat, nowhere to put him. First pitch to him from Andrew Merkin. Slider misses outside. They'll pitch carefully to Hubbard. Stompers lead it by 6, and there's a big difference between 1 run and 4 runs here. Stompers can continue to open this one up. The 1-0 pitch. Hubbard takes a big swing and goes all the way down to one knee. Adrian Beltre-esque on the 1-0 fastball. It's 1-1. Hubbard, who walked his last time up, that was against Merkin. Right-hander readies and fires on 1-1. And Hubbard takes a big swing and a slider and now finds himself behind 1-2. Kozak calls time. He's going to go out and talk to Andrew Merkin. And with a runner at second base, maybe relaying a verbal sign here, saying what Andrew Merkin wants to throw. Everybody's always paranoid that we're stealing signs. And with a runner at second base, they may just go verbal sign here. They already know what pitch they want to throw after the meeting. We'll have to look in and see if Kozak gives a sign. He will go through a series of signs here. The 1-2 pitch to Dondre Hubbard in the dirt. 2-2 the count.
Who dumped a whole truckload of fizzies into the swim meet? Who delivered the medical school cadavers to the alumni dinner?
2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. 3 runs so far this inning for the Stompers. RBI single by Nick Kern, a sacrifice fly by Barrios, and the 2-2 is fouled away. Jacob Barfield was the second to score. He scored on an error by the shortstop Martini, who threw home, and it was low. Still 2-2. Kern at third. Got at second. DeAngelis over at first. Merkin deals on 2-2. Hubbard takes high and tight, and the count is full. Chris Quinter's on deck and nowhere for Hubbard to go with the bases loaded. Stompers 8, Stockade 2, bottom 6. Hubbard will get something to hit here. The payoff pitch from Andrew Merkin. Checks his swing and pops it up right side and into the Stomper bullpen, where Marshall Schill is still throwing. And with Connor Arnold at 98 pitches, his night likely done. Still 3-2. This will be the second hitter in a row in which Andrew Merkin will throw 8 pitches. He walked DeAngelis on the 8th pitch. Here's his 8th pitch to Dondre Hubbard. And it got him. Hubbard hit by a pitch to drive in a run. So he's driven in 3 tonight. Kern comes in to score, so the first 5 men that came to the plate this inning have all scored.
First baseman Chris Quitzer.
Here's Quitzer. He's 1 for 3. 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position tonight. Still just 1 out. Quitzer on the year, 143 with runners in scoring position. That was before tonight. Tonight he's 1 for 2. The first pitch from Merkin. Lined into center. Rocker coming in hard. It'll fall in front. That'll be a base hit. Gata will come in and score. On a Chris Quitzer RBI single, his second of the night. It is 10-2.
Here comes our true jet home run hero, Miles Williams. He's batting for
So here's Miles Williams, who led off this inning. So the Stompers have hit around here in the 6th, scoring 5. The first 5 men that have come up have scored. Here's Williams against Merkin, who drilled him the last time. The first pitch. Slider off the outside corner for ball 1. Williams, the 10th man to hit in the inning. Stompers with 5 runs here in the 6th. In a comfortable 10-2 lead. Merkin's 1-0 pitch. Big swing from Williams on a fastball well above the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike. DeAngelis at third, Hubbard at second, Quitzer at first after the RBI single. Merkin, the right-hander, on 1-1. Williams hits it down the right field line and out of play.
Stompers Baseball is brought.
This is the second inning of relief for Andrew Merkin, and now Salina has a right-hander throwing in the bullpen. Stompers do as well, Marshall Schill. 1-2 on Williams. Here's the pitch. Pops it in the air down the right field line. It is foul. Williams fights it off to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still only 1 out, and the 1 out was the Pedro Barrios sacrifice fly, so a productive out. Nonetheless, everybody else has reached. Double play depth for the Stockade. Merkin on 1-2 to Williams. He can't check his swing on a slider. Williams has been struck out for the 3rd time tonight. He's the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Barfield.
third baseman Jacob Barfield.
Barfield with a .222 average and 8 RBIs with runners in scoring position this year. He walked this inning and then scored on the error by Martini. Merkin, his first pitch to Barfield is a slider low. 1 ball and no strikes. Andrew Merkin now taking his time, looking in for a long time to Kozak. Now the 1-0. And that hit Barfield. 2 hit batters this inning. That drives in a run. It's 11-2. And they're going to see if the right-hander is ready in the bullpen. Coming in to score, DeAngelis. Hubbard goes to third. Quitzer to second. Bases are still loaded. Second stopper hit in the inning. Here's Molinari, who singled this inning already.
Daniel Molinari.
It was his first hit, so trying to get his second hit in the inning. 6 stompers have come across, and they've blown this thing open 11-2. Molinari really taking his time to get in here. Sizing up Merkin on the hill. Now he digs in. Merkin looks into Kozak. Molinari calls time. Hubbard, Quitzer, Barfield around the bases for the Stompers. First pitch from Merkin to Molinari. Takes a slider. That gets past Kozak. Here comes Hubbard. Kozak's flip. Not in time. Close play at the plate. Merkin had an opportunity to put a tag, but Hubbard slid right underneath it. So Hubbard scores on the wild pitch. Everybody moves up one base. 1-0 the count on Daniel Molinari. Right-hander up in the bullpen for Salina. He's got to be ready to go by now. The 1-0 pitch from Andrew Merkin to Daniel Molinari. Hits it out of play off to the right, and the count evens at 1-1. First base is open for Merkin, though. Probably not even thinking about pitching around Molinari, possibly. Just thinking about throwing strikes. Though when he's throwing strikes this inning, he's been hammered, the 1-1. Molinari swings through the fastball, 1-2. Molinari 1 for 3 with the single that came earlier here in the 6th. He's the 12th man to hit here in this half inning. Merkin set at the chest. Here's his 1-2 delivery to Daniel Molinari. Lines it down the right field line. Foul. (11-2) our score. Stompers just keep pouring it on. Still 4-3 Silverados over the Pacifics in San Rafael. That game in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-2. Oh, and that hit Molinari. Oh, they got to get Merkin out of here. That loads the bases. And before Molinari could even get out of the box, they'll come out, and we'll have a new pitcher for the Stockade. We'll have that for you. When we return, it is the Stompers 11, Salina 2. New pitcher when we come back. Ryan Dorr is the new pitcher for the Stockade. Right-hander. This will be the 4th game in which he's appeared with a 40.50 ERA. I don't know. But he'll face Kern with the bases loaded and 2 out. Kern The 13th Stomper to hit this inning. The first pitch from Ryan Dord is taken on the outside corner for strike one. Kern is 1 for 2 in the game and 1 for 1 in the inning. RBI single his last time at the plate. Merkin goes only 1 2/3. The 0-1 pitch from Dorr. Outside. 1-1. Ryan Dorr, 5'9", 190-pound right-hander from Bound Brook, New Jersey. Played at Ramapo College, same as Rob DeAngelis. Here's his 1-1 pitch, and that is called a strike to Nick Kern. He doesn't like it. The very bottom outside corner to Nick Kern, supposedly. 1-2 the count. Stompers with 7 already here in the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Kern hits it in the air to center. Rocker to his right. He'll make the catch, and mercifully ending the bottom of the 6th. The Stompers score 7 times and have broken it open 12-2. We go to the 7th inning. 9-1-2 spots due up for Salina when we return.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Welcome back, everybody. We're in the 7th inning. Stompers with a 7-run bottom of the 6th have broken it open 12-2. New pitcher will be right-hander Marshall Schill. Sidewinding right-hander. This will be the 6th game in which he's appeared this year with a 6.43 ERA. In 7 innings, he's allowed 5 runs, all earned on 8 hits. He's struck out 6 and walked 2. So Schill, the right-hander, out of Cottonwood, Arizona, at 6 feet, 190 pounds, will face Rocker Bird Artson, 9-1-2 hitters for the Stockade here on the 7th. And Schill getting some work in tonight in a 10-run lead. Still 4-3 Napa over San Rafael in the bottom of the 6th inning. That game at Albert Park. 12-2 here. And for the first pitch to Rocker, that's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. And for the 4th time in the last 5 home games, the Stompers have put up at least a dozen runs. Twice on the Stockade as the 1-0 pitch is rolled on the ground to Barrios, and he can't field it. That'll be a base hit for Chuck Rocker, who has been granted 2 base hits tonight. And by granted, I mean they were ground balls that probably should have been fielded. Once the first one was right up the middle. The middle infielders confused. Nobody got it. That time, it hits the lip of the grass and hops right over the head of Barrios. Here's the leadoff man, Justin Bird, the first pitch. 2-seamer in for strike 1. Out of Marshall Schill, you'll see the 2-seam fastball, a slider, and a changeup. He'll throw the fastball about 50% of the time and the slider about 45% of the time. Seldom will you see the changeup. There's the 0-1 pitch. That's hit in the air to right. Williams going back. Now comes in, slides, and makes the catch. Tricky in the outfield tonight.
Second baseman, Omar Artson.
The wind doing funny things tonight, blowing in over the right center field wall, and it's knocked down a couple of fly balls. So with 1 out, Omar Artson will be the hitter against Marshall Schill, who, again, seldom throws the changeup. Lots of 2-seam movement on the fastball and the big sweeping slider from the sidearm slot. The first pitch to Artson is a fastball taken for strike 1. Artson tonight 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts, now looking to avoid the hat trick. The 0-1 pitch from Schill. Swung on and missed. He elevates the fastball, throws it right by him. Schill, who throws a fastball high 80s, he can touch 90. And from the sidearm position, very hard to pick up. 0-2 the count. Schill, the right-hander, set at the belt. Now the 0-2 pitch. Slider way outside, taken by Artson. Rocker granted the single to open the inning, and then Bird fly to Williams in right. Schill on 1-2, the pitch. Very high. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Omar Artson. Left-hander Brian Browning up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen. Nobody up for Salina. It'll be Ryan Dorr for the 7th and maybe the 8th, as the 2-2 pitch is callable. Schill was waiting for the strike call, so was Molinari, and it never came. Runner at first, 1 out. The payoff pitch from Schill. Slider, cold strike 3 on the outside corner. Artson is furious with Andrew Rosario. Rocker was off and running on the pitch, so he steals second base, and Molinari behind the plate too busy framing the strike 3 call for out number 2. And for the second time tonight, Chuck Rocker has knocked the base out of the ground at second. So Marshall Schill thought the 2-2 pitch was strike 3. It was not St. Andrew Rosario. And the 3-2 pitch, which Artson thought was outside and may have been outside, called strike 3. They're still fixing second base. Pat Barnett is out there with the tool. Could be any tool. They make a tool specifically to dig the dirt out of the hole in the ground in which the bases go in. So Pat Barnett gets a round of applause as he makes his way off the field. after repairing second base. Here's Luis Martini, who is 1 for 2. The solo home run back in the first, and then he scored in the sixth on a ground ball off the bat of Eric Kozak. So he is the only Stockade member to score tonight. First pitch to him from Marshall Schill. Two-seam fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Marshall Schill on 0-1 to Martini. Another two-seamer on the outside corner. Marshall Schill way ahead 0-2. Brian Browning was up and throwing in the bullpen, but has since sat down. Still nobody up for Salina, so it'll be Dorr in the bottom half of the inning. The 0-2 pitch from Schill. Slider pulled on the ground, off the bag and off the glove of Barfield. That's a base hit. Being held at third is Rocker. He runs right through the stop sign, and he will score. It'll be an RBI double for Luis Martini. It's now 12-3. So Chuck Rocker, who always runs hard, ran right through the stop sign, and the Salina third base coach actually slipped trying to hold him up. So runner at second, still 2 out for Jacob Wooler. 12-3. Barfield gave it a good attempt. It hit off the bag and then hit his glove and bounced way over toward the sidewall in foul territory. Schill's first pitch to Wooler. Fastball fouled straight back and off the glove of Molinari and back to the screen for strike one. Stompers lead now only 9. 0-1 on Wooler, who's 0 for 3. Wooler, the left-handed hitter, designated hitter here tonight. Schill looks to second twice. Now the 0-1. Popped way up, right behind home plate. Molinari toward the screen, and it will reach the seats. 0-2 on Wooler, who has grounded to short, grounded to second, and reached on an error by Nick Kern. (12-3) Stompers in the 7th. Schill way ahead on 0-2, now set. And he fires. Fouled out of play. Still no balls and 2 strikes. (4-3) Silverados over the Pacifics. That game in the top of the 7th. Schill with a long look in. Still way ahead on 0-2. Now he fires. Slider hit in the air to left. DeAngelis moving to his right on the run. He reaches up and one-hands it. That ends the inning. Stockade score one time on the RBI double by Luis Martini. It's 12-3 stretch time here at Arnold Field in Sonoma. Top of the order for the Stompers in the home half of the 7th.
By the Transcendence Theater Company, Broadway Under the Stars. Meggie and Garen are here.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Nick Gatta leads things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stompers lead at 12-3. Gatta is 1 for 3 in the ball game as he takes low. He's reached all 4 times. Walked and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice, singled and scored in the 5th, and reached in a fielder's choice and scored in the 6th. Part of the 7-run bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-0 pitch from Ryan Dorr. Gatta takes a fastball for strike 1. Stompers have put up 12 runs again tonight. The 1-1 is fouled off to the left. They've put up at least 12 runs in 4 of their last 5 home games and in each of the last 3 games against the Stockade. A 12-2 win, a 17-12 win, and now the 12-2 lead here in the 7th. Brian Browning, the lefty, throwing in the bullpen for Zach Pace. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Gatta. That's a curveball that stays way outside. 2-2 the count on Gatta. Here's the pitch from Ryan Dorr. That's poked on the ground to third. Gelfman scoops it up. The throw in time. And Gatta is out number 1. Here's Pedro Barrios. 0 for 3. A productive out his last time up in the 6th. On a sacrifice fly, driving in his 10th of the year. Stompers out to a huge 9-run lead. Again. Dorr works out of the stretch with nobody on and 1 out. Barrios chops right back up the middle. Shortstop Martini slides behind the bag. He gets up, fires to first. What a play by Luis Martini. Going to his left, sliding up the middle, gloves it, straightens up and fires across to retire Barrios. 2 gone. One of the best plays we've seen this year by far, as Rob DeAngelis will hit. 1 for 3 tonight. Walked and scored in the 6th inning. Nobody on, 2 out. First pitch is a curveball that stays outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Rob DeAngelis. The 1-0. 2-0. During the bottom of the 7th in San Rafael, still 4-3 Napa. 2-0 pitch to DeAngelis on the outside corner for strike one. Napa trying to make it 2 straight and snap the 2-game win streak for San Rafael, who right now sit a game and a half behind the Stompers for first place. The 2-1 pitch. DeAngelis takes high and away for ball 3. Dondre Hubbard in the on-deck circle. Rob trying to extend this bottom of the 7th with 2 out. Doors 3-1 pitch. DeAngelis takes at the knees for strike 2. Count is full. Ryan Dorr out of the stretch. His payoff pitch to Rob DeAngelis. Out away. Cool night here at Arnold Field, down to 62 degrees now. A little bit of a breeze blowing through. Jacket weather. Not as warm as it was last week. Not even close. The payoff pitch to DeAngelis has popped way up. Rocker in center comes in. Going out is Martini, the shortstop, and Martini makes the catch. So that ends the 7th. We go to the 8th. It's the Stompers 12, the Stockade 3. 5, 6, 7 hitters do it for Salina when we return.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Zane Gelfman will lead things off for Salina here on the top of the 8th against new pitcher, left-hander Brian Browning. 6'3", 200-pound left-hander out of Homewood, Alabama. For Browning this year, this will be the 6th game in which he's appeared. He's 1-0 with a 7.71 ERA. His first pitch to Gelfman is called a ball. Well, you're watching, you know. Browning this year in 4 2/3 has allowed 8 runs, 4 earned on 6 hits. He's struck out 6 and walked 7. The 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back. So the problem for Browning this year has been the free bases, 10 allowed between the walks and hit batsmen. He's walked 7, hit 3, and he's also allowed 2 home runs in just 4 2/3. He'll face Gelfman, Canella, and Kozak. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Browning fastball, curveball, changeup. The fastball sits 86 to 90 for the left-hander. The 2-1 pitch, high and away. That's been the problem for Browning, finding the strike zone. 3 balls and a strike on Gelfman, who's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Lined into left. Right at DeAngelis, who trots 2 steps back to make the catch. 1 out. That brings up Cosimo Canella.
First baseman, Cosimo Canella.
0 for 2 with a walk is Canella tonight. Big first baseman against the left-handed Brian Browning. First pitch. Lined into right. Williams is there. 2 out. Here's Eric Kozak. 0 for 3, but he's reached twice. Once on an error by Barfield. Once on a fielder's choice. Browning, when he's struggled, we've seen him take a little bit off the velocity. His first pitch to Kozak is called a strike. So far, he's been around the zone here. The appearance tonight. Pitched with the Diamonds last year. Pittsburgh Diamonds. The 0-1 to Kozak. Lined right back to Browning. It hit him in the bare hand. It slows up. Kernfield throws it first in time. That's your casual 1-4-3 put out. And a 1-2-3 eighth inning for Brian Browning. We go to the last of the eighth. The middle third of the lineup coming up for the Stompers, who lead 12-3.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
New pitcher here in the last of the eighth. Justin Bird will be the pitcher. First time he's appeared on the mound this year. So Bird comes in to pitch from right field, and the designated hitter, Jacob Wooler, goes out to play right. And this is the first professional appearance for Justin Bird. The right fielder, at 6 foot, 190 pounds, he has a good arm. The right fielder. So he'll be on the mound. And we have a correction. It had said 4-3 Napa in over the Pacifics in San Rafael. That has since been corrected. It's a tie game at 3 apiece. There in the top of the 8th inning. So Bird, the new pitcher, will face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Dondre Hubbard, Chris Quitzer, Miles Williams. The Stompers who went down in order in the 7th against Ryan Dorr. Hubbard, 1 for 3. Drove in a run on a ground out to second, homered, and drove in a run on a hit by pitch against Justin Bird, who works out of the stretch. First pitch. Big swing and a miss from Hubbard, and it's 0-1. So they're tied at 3 in San Rafael. The correction. 0-1 on Hubbard. Here's the pitch from Bird. Curveball. For ball 1 inside. 1-1 the count. On the big slugging center fielder hitting from the right side. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. One and two on Hubbard, who now has an even 20 RBIs on the season. Looking for number 21. Big swing here out of Hubbard. The 1-2 pitch. Chases. Hubbard is struck out for the first out here in the 8th. Here comes Chris Quitzer. Nobody is up in the Stompers bullpen. So Brian Browning will likely get a crack at the 9th, at least to start the inning. 8-9-1 spots due up in the top half of the 9th. First pitch to Chris Quitzer is at the knees for strike 1. I think it's fair to say that the strike zone a little bit wider here in the last of the 8th. The 0-1. Quitzer lines it down the left field line, foul.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Quickly falls behind 0-2. Quitzer's 2 for 4 so far in this game. As he hits a fly ball to left center field. Moving over, Bishop. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Miles Williams will be the hitter. He's 0 for 3.
Right fielder and Trugent Homeland hero.
Hit by a pitch and scored in the 6th. He also has 3 strikeouts tonight. First pitch to Williams. Very high with ball 1. Stompers sitting pretty at a dozen runs tonight. The 1-0 from Bird. Can't check his swing as he goes around for strike 1. Williams, who has gone down on strikes twice tonight, trying to check his swing. Here's the 1-1 from Bird. Curveball stays up. 2 balls and a strike on Miles Williams. Jacob Barfield on deck, hoping for another shot here in the game. The 2-1 to Williams. Pops it out of play. 2-2. Bird out of the stretch. Here's his 2-2 pitch to Miles Williams. Takes in the dirt, and the count is full. Jacob Barfield waits on deck. Nobody on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Stompers lead at 12-3. Here's the payoff pitch to Miles Williams. Out of play.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Williams, who came in hitting .298. He's added 3 more strikeouts to his line this year. The payoff once again from Bird. Big swing and a miss. That ends the inning. Stompers go down in order, so we go to the 9th. Browning back out to the hill against Bishop, Rocker, and Bird. 8-9-1 when we return.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Brian Browning back out for his 2nd inning here in the 9th. He only needed 8 pitches to retire the Stockade in order in the 8th. Arnold, 6 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned on 2 hits, in line for the victory tonight. Marshall Schill, 1 inning of relief, 1 run on 2 hits. He struck 1 out. Brian Browning back out for his 2nd inning.
Now batting Cole Fenner.
Cole Fenner will be the pinch hitter. So it'll be Fenner and then another pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. Here's the first pitch from Brian Browning. That's well inside. Almost got Fenner. Ryan Rodriguez is in the on-deck circle. So 2 pinch hitters to open the 9th for Salina as the 1-0 pitch is on the corner for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike to Fenner. Here's the pitch from Browning. Way outside and high. For Cole Fenner this year, this is only his 2nd at bat. He's 0 for 1, but has drawn 4 walks as he swings through the 2-1 Browning fastball. Two and 2 on Fenner, the pinch hitter. Cody Bishop ends the night 0 for 3. The 2-2 pitch is popped up. Barrios calls for it at short. Now it's blowing back toward the right side of the infield. Kern falling, can't make the catch. It's an error on Nick Kern at second base. The third on Kern tonight.
Pinch hitting
The
Ryan
fourth
Rodriguez.
on the Stompers. Ryan Rodriguez will pinch hit. 217 for him this year with 5 RBIs. First pitch from Browning is a fastball called ball 1 by Andrew Rosario. Rodriguez hitting for Rocker, who goes 2 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung through the fastball for strike 1. One and one the count on Ryan Rodriguez with Justin Bird on deck. Here's the pitch. His curveball is taken for ball 2. So we check on the game, and San Rafael, they're in the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. Browning on 2-1. Fastball fouled out of play off to the right. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stompers lead at 12-3 in the 9th. Looking for win number 8 in a row. Browning's 2-2 delivery is called strike 3. Good fastball from Brian Browning right at the knees of Ryan Rodriguez, who takes strike 3, called for out number 1 here in the 9th.
Now batting pitcher Justin Bird.
Here's Justin Bird, who pitched the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to him from Browning is a fastball that skips away from Molinari toward the first base dugout. Moving up to second base, Cole Fenner on the wild pitch. 1 ball and no strikes to Bird, who's 0 for 3. Grounded to first, fly to left, fly to right, walked in there as well. Fenner at second, 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. Stompers are back home tomorrow. 6:05 first pitch. The Vallejo Admirals are in town. Browning's 1-1 is a curveball blocked by Molinari. 2 balls and a strike. We're in Napa on Saturday for a 1:05 start. Off Sunday and Monday. The 2-1 pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Left on left, Browning and Bird. Fenner at second. 1 out. Browning set at the chest. Now delivers 2-2. Lined in the air. Over Barrios at shortstop and into left center field for a base hit. Fenner goes to third on the Bird single. And Omar Artson will be the hitter. Artson's 0 for 4. He already has the hat trick tonight. They're trying to avoid the ever dangerous golden sombrero at the plate. Fenner, who reached on the error, is at third. Bird over at first. Browning's first pitch. There goes Bird. Pitch is high and away. That won't be a stolen base. Quitzer wasn't holding on the runner at first, so it will not be a stolen base for Justin Bird. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Ball and a strike on Arnson. Here's the pitch from Browning. Two-seamer misses outside for ball 2. We continue to monitor the score out in San Rafael. It's still 3-3. Lined into center field off the bat of Artson. Hubbard leaps. He can't get it. That'll roll all the way to the wall in center. Fenner will score. Here comes Bird. He'll score. Artson on his way to third, and he has a 2-run triple. And it's 12-5. RBIs number 12 and 13 on the year for Artson. Here's Luis Martini, who is 2 for 3. Solo home run and an RBI double. (12-5) now here in the ninth. Luis Martini, the shortstop, takes the first pitch curveball for a strike from Brian Browning. It's 0-1. Still 3-3 in San Rafael. The 0-1 pitch is high and away for ball 1. And the Pacifics have a runner at first and 2 out. Browning set. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball on the ground, left side. Barrios gets around it in the hole. Long throw is in time. That's a heck of a play by Pedro Barrios in the hole to throw out Luis Martini. A run does come in to score. It's 12-6. Third RBI of the game for Martini, his 9th of the year. So the bases are empty with 2 out for Jacob Wooler, who is 0 for 4. First pitch from Browning. Starts him with a curveball. That's hit well to right. Williams going back. He is at the wall, and it is off the wall. It caroms off the wall. Williams falls and throws it in quickly, so Wooler has a double. Browning needing only one more out in a 12-6 ball game. Zane Gelfman now stands in the way. If this keeps up, it'll be a save situation soon for Browning. 3 runs here in this inning. First pitch from Browning to Gelfman is high for ball 1. Gelfman grounded to third, struck out, popped up to Molinari in foul territory, and flied to left. Browning's 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike on Zane Gelfman. Browning trying to complete the last 2 innings of the game. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Gelfman. Change up misses outside and low for ball 2. They're in the top of the 9th in San Rafael now. That game's still tied at 3. Napa with 5 hits in the game. San Rafael with 8, each side with 2 errors. Here's Browning's 2-1 to Gelfman. Big swing and a miss again. It's 2-2. Salina now down to their final strike. Gelfman really taking his time getting back in the box in a 2-2 count against Brian Browning with Wooler out second base. In a 12-6 stopper lead, Browning set. Now home with a 2-2. Out away.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Cosimo Canella's in the on-deck circle if we get there. Two balls, 2 strikes to Gelfman, who digs in. Wooler leads from second. Stompers by 6 here in the 9th. Browning readies. Looks to second. Now the 2-2. Browning thought he had strike 3. Count is full. Good curveball from Browning on the outside corner. Must have been just inches off. 3-2 on Gelfman. Canella's on deck. The payoff pitch from Browning. Here it is. Outside, ball 4. First and second, 2 out for Canella, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. So Canella, who is 1 for 7 to start the year, takes a fastball down low from Browning. 1 ball and no strikes. Now Daniel Molinari will go out and talk to his left-hander. Browning, who spent some time in the Rockies organization with the Boise Hawks, the short season affiliate. Here's his 1-0 pitch to Canella. Fastball called a strike. One ball and 1 strike on Canella. Browning, the left-hander, home with a 1-1. Called a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Salina down to their final strike here in the 9th. 2 on, 2 out. The 1-2 pitch to Canella from Brian Browning. Hit down the right field line, foul. It's Wohler at second, Gelfman at first. Canella, the 8th man that Browning has faced here in the 9th inning. The left-hander set, kicks the 1-2. Hit down the right field line, long run for Williams. He will not get there. Browning has thrown just about everything to Canella here in this at-bat. Except for the changeup. Long look to Molinari. Now he's ready. The left-hander on the 1-2. Swung on and missed. He strikes out Canella. The second strikeout for Browning. That ends the ball game. Final line score. First for the Stompers, 12 runs on 8 hits, 4 errors. They leave 6 men on base. And for Salina, 6 runs on 7 hits, 4 errors. They leave 9 on base. Final time of tonight's game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. The Stompers haven't lost since June 7th. They've now won 8 in a row. And at this moment lead the Pacific Association by 2 games with a record of 11-3. The San Rafael Pacifics and the Napa Silverados still in action, tied at 3. So if the Pacifics lose, the Stompers will be 2.5 games ahead. And if San Rafael ends up winning that game, Stompers will stay at 1.5 games ahead. Salina falls to 4-11 on the year. The Stompers improve to 11-3. The win tonight goes to Connor Arnold. He is now 3-0. The loss goes to Cole Langdon. He is 0-3. No save. 12-6 our final score. We're back here tomorrow night. 6:05 first pitch. The Vallejo Admirals are in town. Make sure you're here for that one. So that's our ball game tonight. Stompers win 12-6. For everybody here with the Sonoma Stompers, I'm Forrest Hunt saying so long, everybody. Have a very pleasant, good rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow, 6:05.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.